Hello, everybody. My name is Storm, and this is going to be the fourth and final replay I have today for you guys. It's going to be between RemarK, and how do you pronounce this? Asics? I don't even know if that's a word or not. I probably look really stupid to a bunch of people, but I'm going to say Asics. So we do have RemarK saying, "Are you a runner?" He is the Protoss in the bottom left, the red Protoss here. And in the top right, we have Asics, the blue Zerg. And he says runner as in a guy who runs? Yes, or a guy who likes Asics. Let me look this up really quick. Let me alt tab here so I can not look stupid, even though I probably already done that. RemarK knows what it is, though. Looks like he is going to go for that standard Forge Fast Expand. We'll see if he's going to do that same build he did in the previous game. If you guys have not watched that, please watch that. I'm not going to give any spoilers about it, but we'll see if it's going to be the same build or if he's going to kind of alter it up or what's going to happen. I mean, I thought everything was the same, but man, that was a little bit different. Asics, Google. Oh, I guess he's going to explain it to me. It was the name of a friend who used to crush me day and night in Brood War. So he loves his friend so much he named his Starcraft 2 account after him. That's very awesome. Oh, okay. Asics is a running shoe, wrestling shoe, and stuff. Uh, so there we go. For those of you who knew that, haha, me. For those of you who didn't, I cleared it up for you. Wait, hold on. Let me. And thus assumed his identity and powers. I have no idea what they're talking about. I didn't quite read that, but oh well, that's okay. I'm sure if you guys liked it, you will watch it and you will read it. So we do have a scout being sent over here for a RemarK. It looks like he went for Asics went for a 15 spawning pool as well. I guess that is a little bit standard here. I didn't know that. I'd go for 14 pool. But hey, if you can get away with 15, might as well do it. So we have the probe. Aw, cool. Making a little star here for RemarK. Forge down. Not too much going down. I guess we can talk about the map. It is Shakira's Plateau. Did he do this previously? He's asking what build should he do? And I have a feeling Asics is going to say something like the build that I win, that I can win at. And then RemarK's going to open up with DTs. Haha. We do have a Nexus being thrown down here for RemarK. Let's see how he transitions out of it. No gases quite yet. It should be a little bit later before he gets those. Mark having to back out. The natural expansion did get thrown up. Haha, like it was puked up. See what I did? By accident. We do have a gateway being thrown down here for RemarK. A cannon will be followed up shortly after. Most likely. There we go. This is kind of a neat wall off. Put the second pylon in front and then a cannon behind that. Overlord's being sent close by air and now going to the natural expansion. Does Asics actually know? No, he doesn't. He doesn't even know if his opponent's Forge Fast expanding or not. I guess he's just going to play blindly. No, he did actually get a gas up and running as well. So his build doesn't alter if they're going Forge Fast expand or not. He is actually going to get a third command center as well while throwing down that one gas. Wow, okay. So that's pretty interesting. So we have a RemarK over here. Is he going to get that Zealot initially or not? Or if he's just going to use that probe? It looks like he might actually need 2 Zealots to completely wall this off. I'm not sure. Oh, but he's going to throw down a Cybernetics core and there will be only 1 spot available there. We do have Asics throwing down putting a Zergling at the Zelnaga tower at the top. Now checking for any proxies. RemarK asking, can you make me a promise? Depends, says Asics. Don't laugh at my wall. Yeah, that's why I said it was interesting. See? But he brought it up, so now I can make fun of it. Because it just looked a little bit funny. But that's why, as a caster, you use words like interesting, or that looks okay, or that looks like it could do something. You just don't do the whole, like, oh, I'm going to make fun of you because of your wall. But as soon as they mention it, then you can. You're free to do it. So, anyways, we do... We have the gateway being thrown down, or I'm sorry, warp gate tech being researched right now. It does have double gas. Looks like he might be going for that same build that he did previously. Let's check. Yes, Stargate being thrown down here. Third hatchery is up and running a lot faster than that previous circuit. This circuit looks like he's getting also a Baneling nest. Is he going to try and do for like a 3-base Baneling bust? I don't really see it happening. There's not a lot of Zerglings out, and he's still droning up behind it. So I don't know. We'll see. We have a third gas being thrown down here for RemarK, now throwing down the fourth gas as well. And he's going to throw down a lot more gateways here shortly, I'd imagine. Queen being transferred over to the third. By the time it gets there, we'll have probably 50 energy, enough for injects. It only takes like an hour and a half. So we have +1 weapons research being researched on the way. I like how he put his Stargate over here in the main base, and he's also researching the forge. So the Zerg will scout the forge, see that it's moving, and say, okay, this is going to be a +1 timing attack. And then he doesn't know about the Stargate. I mean, maybe it's a lot more popular in this league, but yeah, as far as I know, there are 28 leagues on the way. I guess he just got this third commence, or why do I keep calling it commencer? This third hatchery just for extra larvae, for even more banelings. So it looks like the Zerg's opening with the same build as his horny brick guy did. Banelings being morphed in here. RemarK sending a Void Ray over to the left to try and kill off any type of overlords that he can find, but not finding any. Where did that overlord go? Did it run itself in? I think it did. We have some more gateways being thrown down here, and the Zerglings and Banelings are on the way. There is one sentry. Is he going to be able to amuse me with the force fields? No warp gate tech yet. So he has one sentry. Oh my god, no force fields. There's the one force field on the pylon, doing a ton of damage to the forge. I believe that +1 has been researched, however. Yes, it has. But right now, I think that RemarK's in a lot of trouble now. The Void Ray being sent, it's attacking its own Nexus. Oh no, RemarK. Come on now. Impress us with your micromanagement. The gateways are done, but only a couple of them are. Trying to keep those probes alive as best as he can. Is he going to lose this natural expansion? More zealots on the way. Trying to kill off the Zerglings. The natural expansion does go down with the help of that Void Ray. Void Ray killing off the Zerglings as best as he can. Oh my good god. RemarK, what are you going to do right now? Zerglings being reinforced over here. He's going to get the pylon that's powering the gateway, and the Cybernetics Core cannot morph in anything else other than Zealots now. The Cybernetics Core somehow is powered? I guess unless it dies, then he can. Wow, okay, I didn't know that. Well, today I learned, I guess. So, he can warp in Zealots, though, to deal with the Lings, but he lost his natural expansion. So rude, says RemarK, and now there's a huge force from Asics coming in. RemarK just doing a little bit slower, not getting the sentries at the right time, not getting the 2 force fields that would stop this entirely. So now the game has a completely different outcome. I'm not sure if RemarK can actually even do anything other than leave the game at this point. Just so many Lings on the way. Or surrounding the Zealots. Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, the Zealots did kill all of the Lings with the help of the Void Rays. Is he going to make a push now and try to do damage, or what? We have a Roach Worm being thrown down, and there is an Evolution Chamber. No researches quite yet. He's going to probably start that very shortly. There is a Ground Armor research on the way. More Banelings over towards the third of RemarK, but RemarK does not have a third. A lot of sentries out on the field now. 3 pylon walling his main in. And I feel like he's going to push and try and do as much damage as he possibly can. Two overlords being sent across the middle of the map. There is the push now. More zealots being morphed in, and more sentries being morphed in at the bottom of the map. Sentries are going to be able to kill off these overlords, effectively supply blocking Asics here. So that's kind of frustrating, especially when you try teching out. But making 6 overlords right now. So I guess he really didn't want to be supply blocked. Overlord's still here. The Banelings being sent over to the pylon wall. Pylon's only being sent down to health damage. An offensive pylon is being sent in as well. Another Overlord is going to go down here. That was my good wall, says RemarK. Yeah, I think that the wall also made a big difference because his wall was much different. So, you see, as I said, caster terms, different than the last one. So he wasn't able to force field properly to block off the wall. I mean, he did what he could, but he didn't have enough sentries and the wall wasn't quite where he wanted it. Roaches are out on the field as well. Not that many Zerglings, only a few. There's Spore Crawlers out to help with the Void Rays. Void Rays being brought back. Wow, great force fields at the ramp. So the third base is not going to be able to be defended for quite some time. Spine Crawlers are up here on the field, though, trying to do the damage that they can for defense, but the forces of Asics are being brought back. And as I've heard a Zerg friend say, is that once you lose this third base, it's over at this level of play. I'm not sure if that's true or not. We will see if Asics is going to be able to hold this off or not. He has a force being sent over to his natural, going to just sack that third base and reinforce his army and send spine crawlers to the creep. Void Rays, Sentries, Stalkers, and Zealots being sent in with +1. The +1 ground didn't... Oh, yeah, it did actually complete. Oh my god, there's a lot of Banelings. Ooh, great force fields here by RemarK, trapping all of the Banelings in the middle of them, and now killing them off with the Sentries. Only 2 Banelings survive, but they are now dead without doing any damage whatsoever. The Roaches cannot shoot up. More force fields being sent over here to the Roaches so that they cannot back out. A Spine Crawler going down, another Spine Crawler going down. I'm not sure what RemarK can do at this point. Oh, wow, there's Infestors on the field, but no Pathogen Cleanse, so all they can throw down are Infested Terrans. There are good force fields over here to stop the Roaches and at the ramp, but not quite blocking it off. Infested Terrans being thrown down, going to try and kill off those Void Rays. Is he going to try and target fire them or not? The Void Ray only losing shield damage, hasn't even lost health really. He's lost 1 point of health damage, and that's it. Now focus firing the Infestors, and I believe that Asics has lost this game. Wait, do you really have this off one base and run? And I got overrun and on 3 saturated bases. So Asics saying Protoss is kind of a crappy race, saying that he can afford this on one base, but he has 3 bases and he can't hold it off. But it's probably because he decided to saturate his 3 bases. What I feel like what Asics should have done, just from my standpoint, is that Asics should have invested. He tried to tech up really hard, went Roaches and Infestation Pit with the lair behind that Baneling bust, and tried to saturate his 3rd base. He should know that the Protoss is going to do a counter push. I mean, obviously, he has a 3-pylon wall at his base. He does not want to expand. He wants to kill you. You need to expect that and invest only into army, spine crawlers, and spore crawlers as a defense, and defend your 3rd base as best as you possibly can. Try to keep it alive instead of trying to drone up and go into a macro game at that point. Just playing off the advantage. You just have to prepare for stuff like that. So I feel like that was at Asics' fault. He did have the game, and he didn't use his advantage properly, and lost the game because of it. Very, very fragile races, Zerg, is how I feel. So yeah, that was a great game again by RemarK. I really thought that was it at the very beginning when that Baneling bust happened, but somehow pulling a win off. And that's it for me for today, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry my casting wasn't too good. Like I said, I've been lightheaded, and I just wanted to get them done so that I did them. But I will be doing more. Hopefully that they will be improved. I did try to do what I could today. As always, thanks for watching. I love you guys very much. Take care. Goodbye.